Good morning, farmers. Got a few passes of the plowing in so far to start the morning. Like I said I would. Stuck to my plans. Somewhat still. So, yeah, we're going to plow this field to begin with, obviously, because I'm already doing it. Then I'll probably, I haven't checked, but yeah, I can see the field down there. That's ready to be harvested, like it should be. And it shouldn't take us too long to harvest that field. I always say that, then it takes longer than I think, but yeah, we're going to harvest that field, and then I'll probably come back and maybe cultivate these two fields. That's sort of the plan. I haven't checked any other fields. I think other fields might be ready to be harvested as well. Yeah, looks like maybe the wheat and barley field are ready, and I bet you that field right up there next to the old mill is probably ready to be harvested as well. Well, let's just take a look-see. No, that field is not ready. What about yes, that field's ready, and this field nope, barley's not ready. So is this going to be that one that we just sowed that one? So this field and this field. Lupine field is only 1.5 hectares. So yes, not all the fields are ready. I thought maybe all those extra fields would be ready. But that's fine. We got things to do anyways. I think we got enough to keep us busy today without getting to that the wheat field. Gonna have a few full days ahead of us for a while anyways, I think. I am still checking to see what jobs are out there, just in case we find, like we did a couple episodes ago, where they wanted us to cultivate a field that was ready to be harvested. I'm not sure in the upcoming update if they'll address that as well. Plowing and cultivating a field that's ready to be harvested seems kind of odd. But some farmers do that with they'll plant a cheap crop in the ground and then just plow it in there to get some more nutrients back into the soil. If that's what our sister-in-law wanted us to do over there, well, I didn't quite do it, did we? Because we kind of stole the crops that were on there. I mean, we made 20 grand from her from doing that. So, and as he also saw in that episode, that's the other reason why buying those fields to me at this moment, I mean, it's not. It'll just take a while because you got to transport the grain a long ways away to get over here to the sell point. That's why they had no problem buying these fields down here, because the sell point's only right there, or the old mill, which is right behind us. At some point, yeah, we're still at 45%, so we still got plenty of fuel in this tractor. But we'll get to plowing this field and finishing it up, and we'll get to harvesting, which probably most people that watch it probably like watching the harvesting the most. Don't know why. Maybe because it's you know, you're bringing in money. I used to, before the helper system came in, used to get really annoyed by plowing my own fields for some reason. I didn't mind plowing other people's fields for points and money, but plowing my own fields, I was like, oh, I gotta plow this field. But ever since the helper system came in, and then I can choose what fields I want to plow, what fields I don't want to plow. Like the big field, I don't want to plow that one too much. Hope I didn't dig myself a hole by planting lupine. I think we planted lupine in that field. Now that field should be ready late September. I just hope I didn't paint myself into a corner by planting it kind of late, to where that field's going to take up a lot of our time doing other stuff that we need to do. But that's a few months down the road. When we get there, we'll deal with it somehow, some way. Luckily, most of the fields down here we can hire help, so when it comes time to the big field, I can work on that and just keep hiring help everywhere else I need to. But a few more trips up and down this field, and it'll be ready to be cultivated later on this afternoon, maybe. Should be, but maybe. Already in this episode, if you haven't quite noticed, I've posted a couple farming sim videos up the past few days on the map called the Pacific Northwest. One was kind of I say a quick preview. It seemed like a quick preview, but the video was still 40 minutes long, so I probably didn't cover everything I probably could in that map. And then episode 1 came out today, which is Friday as I'm recording this. No, did it? Yes. Yes, it came out today as I'm recording this on Friday. And already in this playing this map, the key bindings for both games obviously are going to be a little bit different, so I'm hitting the wrong buttons again already. When I was recording those two videos on the Pacific Northwest, man, I was just all over this keyboard trying to find the right key for what I kept hitting M for map, and I was like, oh, that's right, it's 9 to blow up the map, and if I really want to look at the map, I got to hit escape. But I kept hitting M like a moron, M for moron. But it's been a while on Farming Simulator, starting from scratch on a map, and I was kind of like, okay, how do I do this? Oh, I gotta start with this small equipment. I'm used to all the big stuff on Rattlesnake Valley. Now I gotta start with all the small stuff. I'm talking tractors that only have like 150 horsepower. I'm like, oh, I'll just buy this mower. That's fine. And I was like, oh, wait a minute, I don't have the horsepower to do that. I don't have the money to buy a tractor. So it's been kind of fun recording the first couple. Well, the preview was kind of like, not sure if I wanted to do Pacific Northwest. I just said, okay, I'm going to go look at the map. Then we record it, and we'll experience it together. And if it wasn't a map I wasn't going to play, you probably wouldn't have seen the video anyways. But I kind of like the map. It's not one of the two maps I've been looking at to start Farming Simulator on, but I don't know when either one of those maps will be available, and the Pacific Northwest looked kind of interesting, and I actually kind of liked it, so I went with it. And it's been kind of fun getting back into Farming Simulator. It's been 6 months or so since I played FS for at least a couple hours. But I would say don't expect daily videos on Farming Simulator. I'm going to try to keep daily videos on Farmer's Dynasty. And hopefully, I know they didn't give an ETA on the update for this, but hopefully when the update comes out, they said expect some great improvements on what they have in the game already. So even though they say they don't plan on adding anything, if they improve the stuff in this game, like fixing buildings or mowing grass, or a whole bunch of stuff, it could change the game or make the game a lot better than it already is. 99% plowed. Yes, we're just about done here for plowing this field. I just got to get this one little last strip, and then we'll drop the plow off. We'll be done plowing for the day. But we gotta hook up the trailer so we can go collect some grain. Alright, so I think we'll park it next to this barn over here. Let's flip the plow around into the... so it does this magic trick underneath the ground. Can I sneak in here? Are you going to stop me? Nope, you'll be fine. Lower the plow. Detach it. Run into the trailer. But personally, you've heard me say about this game, you know, to me, it needs more choices of tractors and equipment than it has already. But that's just my honest opinion. And I don't want to run to the gate, but we'll run to the telephone pole. All right, we should park this... right over here. It's good for now. Grab our scaffolding. And we'll run back at the harvester. But yeah, I think we just need more choices to buy things. I mean, we don't need it to be like other farming games where you got like choices of hundreds of tractors or any of that stuff. But really, we got the choice of 2 tractors, which is the same tractor, just with one that has smaller horsepower. We can buy 1 plow, but we can buy 3 new cultivators. I mean, I don't mind buying extra cultivators, because I could park a cultivator down here, one at the other farm. Can I sneak? I was trying to figure out which way to sneak around this tree, but... there we go. We're in like Flynn. Alright, let's lower the header. Turn on the sucker. This does have nothing in it. Yep, okay, we're good. This only had 1 fertilizing on it. Yep. So what we have for money. Alright, so if we can get... I don't think we'll get 40 grand out of here, but I was hoping to get up to 1.45 million. That'd be great, but I don't think we can get 40,000 out of here. Prove me wrong, field. Prove me wrong. Because heaven knows I've been wrong a lot lately. So yeah, we're going to harvest this field, and then we'll go back and cultivate those 2 fields up there. Just to mix up what we're doing. I don't want to sit here and do the same job all day today for you, like sometimes I do. But sometimes that's all you got. Now as for this harvester in this game, I don't mind the harvester at all. Some people may like to have a choice of a different harvester. Some licensing, maybe some name brands, which we do have in this game. But if you saw the pre-release version back in November, the Jack Bear was the old John Deere. That's why they named it Jack Bear, so my guess is the John Deere licensing fell through. And I want to say this had class written on it, this harvester. I'll have to go back if I can remember to see if on some of the old videos that people got pre-releases on, if the harvester said class on it. I can't remember. I mean, just seeing a plain harvester like that, I like to see more detail on the harvester, I guess is what I'm saying. I mean, if they don't have the license, that's fine, but at least put just a little bit more detail on it. But really, the biggest thing I like to see is the building side of the game be improved a little bit. I mean, if you're just starting out, that's fine. You got plenty of buildings you need to fix. But if you're watching the series long enough now, you know I just call those house inspections because I have nothing to do. Twice I've written into them on the discussion forum on the wish list that there's ways I think they could do it. Once you finish fixing a building, when I mean fixing a building, you just use your tools to fix it. You don't have to use any materials from the materials store. But after you fix it, then they can hire you to put new wood on, or bricks, or a roof on. Then after the building is upgraded towards 100%, they could, if you do get a job there, what they could have you do is change the style of the roofing. So, like if you get to a barn that has shingles on it, they could pay you, say, like, let me just say €1,000 and 2,000 social points to go from a shingle roof to a metal roof. Because eventually you will have, I mean, you can fix every building in this game over a time. So in order to keep that part of the game going, just change what kind of roof they have or whatever. But we'll see what they come up with. How are we doing the harvester? Okay, we're only 33%, 1/3 of the way full. So yeah, to get 40 grand out of this field, I don't believe it's going to happen at all. Because 40 grand would pretty much, we're talking about 3 trailer fulls. And where's my field marker? So we're already... Yeah, so if you can see that we've already harvested 31% and the tank is already 33%. So pretty much after we empty the harvester, we're only going to end up with 1 trailer to come out of here, which will probably bring us to probably 11 to 12 grand. So way shy of 40. It's not yielding as well as I thought it would or could. But it is a money that will bring in and a profit, so. Of course, the other thing I've seen a lot of people talk about in the discussion forum is we need more storage for the cow slurry, or for the cows to produce more. And I would like to be able, one thing we can do with the money is be able to buy other people's barns. I know I've said that quite a few times in the last few episodes, but when you get to the point like where I am in the game and you keep collecting money, it's like, okay, I got all this money, what can I do with it? You know, give us the opportunity to buy other people's barns. And I would say, to make it interesting, don't make it cheap. You know, I don't want, they would probably have to test it, but I would say make the barns like $250,000. I know some people are like, no, that's way too much. And I'm not sure what you guys think, but I think the fields are rather cheap as well. Because you can buy a field, and the first time you put a crop in it and harvest it, you pretty much make double of what you paid the field. So you pay off the field within the first harvest and still make a profit on it. And I know they said they're going to change the hired help price as well, which they might do in the next update. Be my guess, because the prices for workers is way cheap. And I already missed that red color, that strawberry red color I had on the harvester. I'm not a fan of this yellow on the harvester. But the funny thing is about this color is I on Farming Simulator, I love the New Holland color. Maybe because it's got the blue on it as well. Just doesn't look good on this tractor. Excuse me, combine. I have very weird tastes in colors. Go watch my House Flipper series. You'll see. Of course, the other thing that would be nice in the next update is if they get that NPCs working in their fields part working. Like I said in the last episode I was talking about, it seems like most of the conversations the NPCs have amongst each other is all negative talk. Things never change, you know, always late, never on time. Oh God, I have a headache. I could have slept longer. And I'm like, maybe if people stop talking to one another, they're actually doing some work around here, things will change. I gotta fix your buildings. I gotta take care of your fields. What the heck are you people doing? I mean, this farmer's having a great life. Have you seen his wife? And I talked to her the other day, and she's very happy. Although I did kind of laugh because last time I talked to her and asked her how she was doing, that's the question I guess you're supposed to ask to find out if she's pregnant. If she is, she'll tell you. She mentions that there's a lot of work to be done with the cows, but the money from the milk is great. And I'm trying to think, a lot of work with the cows. I mean, I fed them back in April, you know, like April 4th or 5th, and they're good until next year. So the only thing you gotta do is milk them. That's it. I mean, it's not like FS where, you know, when you buy cows, I mean, you gotta, and if you play seasons, you gotta feed them every 3 days, and you get a lot of cows. That's like non-stop work. Now, the only thing about making videos every day like I have been, it definitely has cut back on my time. What me being able to watch other YouTubers, and I haven't been able to watch anyone play. Well, cows and crop. I have not seen anyone play cows and crop, so I don't know. Or is it crops and cattle? Either way, I haven't seen many people. I haven't seen those videos pop up on my YouTube page when I click on to watch videos. I'm trying to think of the name of the, is it Farm Expert? No, it's not Farm Expert. Pure Farming, that's the one. I don't know what it's like on Pure Farming to take care of animals, or what. I've seen a few Pure Farming videos. I guess they got chickens and rabbits. I would assume they got cows, so I don't know what entails to take care of cows in that. But I would like to see them on Farmers Dynasty have more work to be done with the animals. I mean, the chickens, I think if you gave the chickens 1,000 kilograms of seed, I don't know, 5 or 6 years before you gotta maybe feed them again. And why can't I use my own wheat or barley that I harvest to feed the chickens. I gotta go buy seed. Oh, there's a lot of things I would like to see in the game, but what will get implemented at this point, I'm not sure. The devs say they do read things that we're posting, but the devs are not as interactive as they used to be. Especially when the game first came out, like every day you would see the devs reply and answer questions. But the only thing I can say, and I've said it many times, we can only wait and see. There's no more roadmap that they have that we're going by, and they don't want to give estimates on updates either, because the last few updates they had more problems with than they thought. So when it didn't come out on time, a lot of players were, getting negative on them because, oh, you said the update was going to be out on this date, and here we are 5 days after. And yes, even I was one of them, like, it's 5 days past where they said the update was, so where is it? But I didn't mention it on the forum, so I was like, well, if it was ready, they would have released it. All right, let's empty out the harvester. We'll finish harvesting this field, and we'll see how much. We'll probably end up with just like 40 grains over what the trailer can hold. Seems like my luck for today, my luck for today has not been so good at all. Come on, baby, fill. Or I don't care about filling up, but let's empty so I can get back to harvesting. Thank you. Pipe in. Header back on. So I'm going to get to finishing this field, which won't take me too long. But I think you've seen enough harvesting for one episode. Because we still got some cultivating to do, and it's, just 12:30 in the afternoon. So we're doing pretty good on time so far. But I'll bring it back to see if we can fit the rest of this field in that trailer. Alright, so we're not going to have to worry about overfilling the trailer. Which is kind of like, oh crap, I was hoping for a good payout from this field. We didn't miss much. Yeah, I'm trying to raise the header and turn it off. Thank you. Here we go. So we didn't even get a full trailer off this field. Well, that kind of sucks. Now, the one thing that has been discussed in the discussion forum, we don't know if this is anything that's true or not, but we're not sure if planting certain crops in certain time of the year are going to yield differently. So, like harvesting lupine. Let's see, if you were planting in April, so May, June, if you harvest lupine in June, is it going to harvest better than if you were to harvest it like we are now, like in August and September? I'm going to park you right there for the day, sir. Thank you for your service. Let's go get our semi-full trailer. And let's go sell this stuff. Because I have nothing else to do with it. So let's go sell it. It's not getting crush any of our crops. Is that Maya? Yeah, Maya. It looks like in the next episode we'll be harvesting, that is wheat, isn't it? Yeah, wheat. So that means some baling and all that fun stuff to do. And my guess is that barley field would be ready the day, tomorrow as well. I want to say we planted that. I thought we planted that the same day as we did the wheat, but I can't remember anymore. It's too bad that our farmers stat. What does it say? Farmers well, I can't say that word today. Our farmer stats doesn't have like a record book of when we planted what field and so on and so forth. But that probably get too complicated to code in, and some people may not even be may like that. So we'll be lucky to hit 425 on this load. Yep, we're going to be short of that. But still, it's money in our pocket. So now we're going to go drop off the trailer. I'll probably just park it right next to... I guess I can park it right next to the wheat field. I mean, there's no traffic up and down this road, so we'll park it there. Actually, I can leave the trailer on this tractor because the cultivator is on the wife's tractor. Yes, I know I'm hungry. I haven't eaten in a while. We'll eat some fish. So we will park you, sir, right here. I think we are done with you for the day. And this should be the wife's tractor right here. Now the one thing I really, well, I don't want to say really goofed up on, but after I planted the 3 fields that we just harvested that were corn, and I was advancing day to day to check jobs and fields, I kind of forgot to come down and fertilize them. So these fields have no fertilizer on them whatsoever. My bad. I've done that a few times before as well. I have no problem admitting my faults, because there are always going to be some. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cultivate this field off cam. And I'll bring it back when I'm working on that field over there. So that field over there is done, and now we're making our rounds around this field. And I actually thought, we don't have to finish this field tonight. No rush. We'll call it quitting time when it gets dark. Not very dark, but when the sun goes down, we can call it quits. Because it's not like I'm rushing to get these fields sowed right off. But it's more than I thought I'd get done today. I figured that by plowing and cultivating that one field that we already finished and harvesting, that'd be a full day, and if I got to cultivate in this field, it'd be like a bonus. And we already got almost 30% done, so 30% more than I anticipated. And it is almost 7 o'clock in the evening. like I said, we got a full month and a couple weeks to before we can sow these fields, really. And from the pattern I'm getting, I don't think I'm going to get many jobs from other farmers to do. Usually in August and September, the jobs fall by the wayside. But I haven't really figured out the job pattern in this game yet. But just from my history that I've seen, August and September are slow months. It was really dead before the transport jobs came along. But in tomorrow's episode, we'll get to the wheat field for sure, because we know that's ready. It's sitting right there saying, hello, I'm ready for harvest. So we will probably harvest that field, make some bales, and sell some bales. And maybe plow the lupine field that we harvested today. And maybe get to finishing this cultivating job as well, or not job, but cultivating this field. That's what I sort of have planned. And I'll probably start with finish cultivating this field just to, if I don't finish it tonight, but I don't think I'll be finishing it tonight. Although I'm moving along faster than I thought I would, because yeah, we're over 40% already, so it won't take us long in the morning to finish it off. Kind of like today, I'll give the wheat field a chance to dry off from the morning dew before we harvest it. Now, the one thing, it's still cheaper, better to bring it to the wheat, the old mill rather than here, right? Yeah, it's $360 compared to $576, so yeah. Still bring it to the old mill. Which, it doesn't seem to matter which sell point we bring it to from here, because it seems like the old mill and the agricultural market is about the same distance from these fields. But what I could do in the future, since there's enough cultivators, but I'm going to at least wait until the next update, is maybe I'll leave one cultivator down here, buy another cultivator, because they're only like, what are they, like 12 grand? Wait, are they? I really don't remember. It's been so long since I bought this now. So instead of transporting one back and forth, I can just have one down here at all times in one of these barns. Since we only have one of the new plows, I can't buy an extra one and just park it down here as well. We do have the original one on the Jack Bear. Might need some rest. Well, you're trying to tell me it's quitting time? I'll tell you what, we'll get this up to around 70% and we'll call it quits. Just to do it differently for a change. So probably another lap and a half or 2 laps. Should do it. And then when it's bright and early in the morning, meaning 6 a.m., we'll hop back in the wife's tractor. I'll finish cultivating this. And then we'll see about getting right on that wheat field. then we'll see if we have time to plow the lupine field that we did today. But what we can do is like we're doing now. You know, at least if there's some daylight left in the day, we'll start to plow. When it gets dark, we can call it quits. Don't really need the lights, but let's pop them on. When we get to that corner up there, we'll hop out of that tractor and jump back to the farm to call it an episode. Yep, we got to our 70%. I was hoping for. Lift it up. We will park the tractor off the field, just so the weight of our tractor overnight doesn't compress the soil, because if you compress the soil, it makes it harder for the crops to grow. Alright, let's hop back down here, and then hop out of there. And like always, this gate just reopens every time, so the heck with that. Wife is already in bed. Well, she got in bed early tonight. Well, she usually goes to bed between 8 and 9-ish anyway, so. And that's where I'm going to be headed soon. Don't even feel like going down by the fire tonight. Actually, we'll go stand on the dock, though. I do need to remember to empty this at some point. Fill up one of our tankers. But guys, that will do it for today. I appreciate you watching, like always. Hopefully the video was entertaining to you. And yes, I shall see you in the morning where we'll harvest some wheat and plow and cultivate and things. So until then, have a good one.